before you walk away from the microphone, I do hope that Salt Air will authorize you to continue to represent them as we work on this. Also, I'm hoping that we can get a few people from Chasers Ocean Grove, Campers Haven, and Curtis Pines. One of the things that I think is going to be a real challenge is in trying to come up with a regulation that perhaps does incorporate, and I'm using the term campground simply because I want to try to, we're going to have other properties that are cottage colonies in other parts of town, and if we develop a bylaw for this part of town, we're probably going to need to give you guys your own land use category to fit into. So right now, my working term is campground, but one of the things that's going to be real tough to try to wrestle with is going to be trying to come up with something that gives you a level of conformity based upon what's there. And so someone like Attorney Reed hopefully will be able to help us. And obviously, Salt Air, the structures are a little more spaced than they are at Chasers Ocean Grove. But that's going to be one of the things we're going to have to wrestle with is you got some structures that are 2 feet apart. You could step from one deck to another at Chasers Ocean Grove. And, we want to give it some level of conformity so that, as I like to say, people have to ask permission to sneeze when you're non-conforming. And we'd like to be able to get us to a point where you might be able to do something, or most of you might be able to do something with your cottages without even necessarily having to go to the town. So somewhere in there we can probably find something that will allow some reinvestment by the cottage owners, as well as get us to a point that also, ensures that there's a long-term out there as well, just in case. So long-term for you, but also long-term vision in case, the economy changes and there's just no way that these things exist anymore. So I do hope you'll stay involved because there's some questions there that probably are going to need strong input from the cottage colonies.
I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Bert.